Hello everyone, Clive here, and welcome back to Ark Aberration. So we left off with us building some base defenses, and we did finish the gates, so we now are protected from anything that can come over here, and we also tamed up some dinosaurs. And with that, in between episodes, I did go ahead and work on this. This is the beginnings of the base, so we're gonna start from here, then we're gonna work out and add on as we get some resources. And I did make some basics, so we got the refining forge, a smithy, and we also did get a mortar and pestle. And with that, I did work on some narcotics, so we have some made. And I did start getting some metal so that we can make some tools, which would be very important. And if you need some metal, there are river rocks down in the river, so anywhere along this river, you should be able to find these rocks. And if you're on this side, you can go back here and find some metal in this corner. What now? We probably should be making some tools. That's gonna be the next step. So upgrade our stone to metal. We should have enough to get a pickaxe. Yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and do that. And we do need to get a crossbow. So that's gonna be a big thing as well. That'll let us go out and start taming stuff. And we can get rid of this pickaxe here. And now we can go actually mine up some more metal with a pickaxe that's metal, which we will do shortly. Alright, so a couple things I didn't mention in the previous episode while I was talking about these things. The first thing is that there are Z plants here, and I talked about those, but I didn't mention that you can get Z seeds from them. And Z seeds do come from these plants, and they do a couple of things. The first thing is that you can actually feed these to different light pets, and all the light pets will actually eat these. And the taming effectiveness from these is actually higher than the mushrooms. So it's kind of like a kibble for each one of them. So in order to get these things, all you have to do is just sit here in front of this plant, and eventually the stem will go down, and then it'll pop back up and spit out a seed. And then all you have to do is just pick this thing up and you have a seed. But if you want the second part of what these things can do, you have to go plant these in a crop plot first. And when those plants grow up from the seeds, they will give you these flashbangs. And the flashbangs do things like tame yearlings, or if you're going against a creature that is weak to light, then it will cause them to be stunned. And there's like some PvP stuff you can do with it, like it'll cause them to not be able to see for a few seconds. And one thing I forgot to mention about the bulb dogs when we got this one, which is not a very high level one, but it's still useful, is that these bulb dogs do have another ability, and that is that they can sense whenever there is a max level creature that is nearby. So if there is a level 150 that is right by us, or within the general vicinity, it will start glowing. Like you'll see a light effect around its bulb, and you also get like a little buff on you that says max level nearby. Then you can just check and try to find that max level if you are looking for that. So it could be any type of species, even ones you're not looking for. So these bulb dogs actually work out pretty well, even outside of Aberration maps. Like you can take them to other maps, and especially if you're just getting started, you can try to find 150s in certain areas, and hopefully you get a species that you want that's max level. Alright, so what is next? So let's go ahead and start working on some metal tools so that we can start taming stuff. And it looks like we got an earthquake coming down, so we could try to get some stuff from this. So yeah, we could probably use some red gems, but I think red gems, they only fall in the blue zone from the earthquakes. So we're not quite there yet, but we do need to get some of those. And we also need to get some congealed gas balls. I remember back in ASE that you were able to actually get gas balls from this thing whenever there's an earthquake, but I haven't seen them pop out yet. It's kind of like the Z seeds, you'd be able to come over here and like farm them after an earthquake. You only get like a couple of them at a time though. So yeah, if we come over here and look at this after the earthquake, I'm not seeing anything pop up. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's something that is the way it's supposed to be now. But we do need to get congealed gas balls before we go into the red zone, because those are required for the hazmat suit. But yeah, we'll figure that out later. That's fine. Oh, there we go. This spits something out. But it's like still spewing gas, so we can't really go over there right now. Supposed to wait till it's done, then hop in there, because you do get poisoned. So if we look in here, yeah, I did see one get spit out, but I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on the ground, at least. Yeah, I don't know. I think they might just disappear so fast. We could probably go in there while it's still doing the poison thing and then get him later, maybe. So yeah, next time it does a earthquake, I'll just come back here and just check it out and see if I can grab them. Oh, I did find a level 120 Parasaur earlier. I think this is the one I saw earlier. Yeah. Probably tame this thing first. Yeah, so we can get this one once we get the crossbow made. So that's the next step. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we get some more metal, and now that we have a metal pickaxe, we can go and farm up this metal back here. There does seem to be more metal nodes now than there were before. But if you're having trouble finding some metal, you can definitely go to the river. And like I said before, just break the river rocks, and you'll get more metal than you would out of the normal rocks from there. But these are the metal rocks that we're going to break now. And these do have quite a bit of metal in them. And they're very sturdy rocks, like they have a lot of hit points, I think. So yeah, we can get quite a few hits on these. It's not the best pickaxe, but it's not bad with my melee. And there are a few rocks back here, so they should respawn, so we can hit these up whenever we need some metal. And we're full. Alright, now that we got our metal, let's go ahead and craft us a crossbow. And I also did make some arrows already. Probably make some more arrows if we need to. We do also have some more narcotics, if we need those as well. But we'll probably need these for this Parasaur at least. Usually Parasaurs don't require extra narcotics, and they usually don't take that many shots either to knock out. Alright, so we should be good to go now. Oh yeah, let's make a hatchet first. What do we need? I need one more metal for that, so let's grab that. Alright, there we go. Hopefully you have all your tools crafted as well. You don't need much to craft these, so it should be pretty easy to get. So is anything dangerous coming in? No, I think we're good. Alright, so now that we have our metal tools, the next step is the taming. So let's put this here, and I think we have everything that we need to go and grab this guy. Oh yeah, we should get some bolas for this. These should be pretty easy to make. A lot of things that we need early on require bolas. So we need this, and we need some hide. I think we have some hide. There we go. Let's craft these up. I think we need like 3, maybe 4 of them for now. So you can use this for a lot of things. Parasaurs, and raptors, and even the Ravagers. And yeah, we'll need Parasaurs for now, but I think we will need the Ravagers more than anything else out of that group. Alright, so yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. You just bola the Parasaur, and then you just shoot it in the face until it passes out. And that's pretty much it. Alright, yeah, easy enough. So let's get some berries and we can put it in its inventory. We don't need a whole lot of these, but you definitely will be using Majo berries, and if you don't have any vegetables or kibble. Should have some Majos actually on the stego. So let's go grab those. And then yeah, we'll have to wait for this thing to get tamed up, and it should be pretty quick. There's another Parasaur in here. How did that happen? This one just spawned in here. I don't think this was in here earlier. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't want raptors spawning in here. That's really the biggest thing. Yeah, we should have enough Majos for this tame. And then we can finally deal with these mushrooms. Forgot to check here whenever the last earthquake went off. Alright, yeah, you have these, and you should be good to go. So now it's just a waiting game, so I guess I'll just wait and I'll come back when it gets pretty close to being tamed. Alright, we got the parasaur now, so it's tamed up. I think I have everything for the saddle for this thing. The saddle, let's see. Yeah, what is this? Oh, rock drake skin. Stego saddle. Yeah, I was going to make one of these, but I don't think I need it now. I don't have enough hide for both of these. So yeah, let's go ahead and make the parasaur one. So what did we get? A 1200, 266, and 844 weight. Not bad, not bad. So now we can go over to these mushrooms. So if I can find this thing again. Is that it right there? Oh yeah. So let's go to that mushroom right there, and wait. There it is, now it's gone. So yeah, we can eat these mushrooms with the parasaur. And from those poison ones, we get a bunch of things. We get biotoxin, and then we also get some rare flowers from that, so that's pretty good. And the other ones give us rare mushrooms. So yeah, we need that stuff later on, not right now. There's another one right there. And yeah, we get more biotoxin from that. So now we can go out and break all of these. And eventually we're going to need this biotoxin for the shocking trank darts. So when we get to bigger tames, it's going to be pretty helpful. And I think we can use this also to tame certain other creatures. But regardless, this does make the area safer now. So yeah, so it should be pretty easy to make things like mind wipe tonics on this map, and also some of the kibbles might need rare mushrooms. And we can also get some berries with this guy, so we should be fine on making some more narcotics. We have a pretty decent dino now. Can use this to kind of clean this area. This is hard to see through. So yeah, we'll have lots of berries now. I guess everything we get, we can also put inside of our stego. And we can also turn on the sentry mode. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Turn this on, and if anything dangerous comes by, it's gonna trigger off of the oviraptors, but if anything dangerous comes by, we can at least see that. So yeah, very beneficial. I'll turn this off for now. I don't think we need it right now. I have to grab another one. Like, grab this one might be good too. So regardless, yeah. So that's what you use these for. You can clear out these mushrooms that are bothering us and get a lot of berries. And this is going to help us out with ramping up our production of narcotics. So we should be able to, at the very least, make a bunch of narcotics and narcotic arrows. And we can go out and tame stuff. I'm about to actually work on this base at some point. Kind of more excited about taming things right now. I think the best thing to tame is probably the Ravagers. So we can go find a pack of those. But I feel like we need to have something to ride on to get out there. Let me go make some more narcotics. Getting the meat shouldn't be that hard. We could just split all of this actually. And yeah, we'll have plenty of meat. The berries, so you can use either these mushrooms, the black ones, or the berries, of course, like the narco berries. Either one of those will work to make narcotics. So if you're wondering where I'm getting those narcotics from, the mushrooms play a big role of that. So we check out this one. We got a couple of these, and yeah, look at all these mushrooms we got for that. One other thing I did see was a bulb dog down here, like a high level one. I think it's like a 135. Let's go try out these Z seeds on that real quick before I make this stuff. Yeah, let me go find that thing. There's a crate up. Let me go see what's over here. I think it was down here anyways. See if they improved any of the drop rates. Oh, we got Gilly, nice. And a painter, get some metal. That's all decent stuff. I see a bulb dog right here. It's 60. Alright, here it is. The 135 bulb dog. So let's see how much we get from the Z seeds. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so that's quite a bit. This is like a 4x taming. So I think it's even higher on special weekends on servers. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. So, and this is the 135. I think max level, it probably takes 2 as well. So you need at least 2 of these seeds if you want to tame the light pets easier. I don't know what their time is on eating these things, but yeah, we just need to feed it 2 seeds and then we're good. There we go. So bulb dogs, and these things, this has got a pretty good amount of health. So the biggest thing is going to be the range and the charge regen. It's okay. The capacity is pretty good. So we have 1,000 capacity. I didn't really explain this last time, but the capacity is what you would use whenever you're in the blue zone and the red zone. You're going to need to turn this thing on, and it's going to keep away the nameless. So you're going to need a pretty decent capacity for these things, and this is actually pretty good. This is going to last quite a while. So if we're in the blue zone or the red zone, we'll have quite a bit of time from 1064 of this. And then the regen, that's just the rate at which they are able to regenerate their capacity. So if you look right above there, there's like a charge. You see how it's going up? It has a charge. You are able to use these to light up an area, and you can turn these on in 2 different ways. You can throw them down, and then you can go to the menu. Then you can pet them to toggle on light, or we could do an emote. So the emote for that is going to be clap, which is down here, and that'll turn on the light, and we could just clap again and turn it off. And this menu here is T. Same menu you use to whistle stuff, but there's like a option for emotes. So yeah, that's the ways you would turn it on and off, and you definitely need to do that when you're in the harder areas, that's for sure, because you will be in trouble if this thing runs out. Alright, so let's go and get ready, and then we'll go tame some stuff. Alright, I think we got everything that we need to go out. I had to make a weapon, so I made a pike. We'll need this if our mountain dies. Let's see, I also made a water jar, which we will need because I'm always thirsty. And if you need to find crystal, you can find that stuff in the green gems. So you just use a pickaxe and you get the crystal and the green gems with it. And the crystal can also be used to create a spyglass, so you're probably going to need one of those. You're also going to need a little bit of hide, so you can probably get that from any of the animals. So yeah, the spyglass and the water jar should be pretty easy to make. And if you need cementing paste, you can just gather chitin, probably from the little trilobites that are walking around down here. And then you can just put them into mortar and pestle, and you can create cementing paste like that. So just, yeah, chitin stone, and then you should be able to make the water jar. So other than that, I did make some gates, and so we can at least trap something bigger. I kind of want to get like a carno maybe. I really need a carnivore. We have enough herbivores that we're able to gather berries and stuff. I think a carnivore would be good. So I made some traps as well. I'm not sure if the carno uses the big or small traps. But I also need to get a Ravagers. I think Ravagers might be the next way to go. So Ravagers, I got foundations and some walls, and then I got some ramps. Maybe the ramps might not work. They used to work, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get them in there. So that's really it. I'll come back and work on the base. I've been clearing stuff out, and I think we can make a big enough area to start going into like higher tiers of tech. So I'm going to take the Parasaur that we just tamed, and this will at least keep me safe from some mushrooms. Yeah, we do have a lot of aberrant ovis that we can grab if we need to, and so really I think just, yeah, going for Ravagers might be good. Isolating Ravagers might be a little bit hard though, so let's see. We can always come back, get some Ovis, and then we can feed the Ovis to the Ravagers. That would be probably the best way to tame them. Alright, we got some bolas crafting. I had to go make some more of those. But I just wanted to come and show you these roll rats. These things are pretty good. They can be tamed with honey, but we can't tame them now because we don't have any honey. They are the wood gatherers on the map. So if you are needing like a lot of wood, they're pretty good at that. I think they're probably the best wood gatherers in the game, to be fair. Better than the beavers, and also probably better than the thorny dragons. This one's in a bad way though, so it's like a pack of raptors. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last against those. It's like we got a, oh yeah, 105. That's not bad. But like that big of a pack, it's not really much you can do against that. Raptors also get a pack bonus. If you do run into this pack like this, then you have to like bowl 2 of them and try to kill 1 of them really quick. But yeah, let's go and head to the river. See if we can get a ping off. You can ping with the Parasaurs. Shows you where enemies are. It's like something's down here. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure what that was really. Nothing behind us, so yeah, let's keep going down here. I think we can probably make our way closer to try to find out what was pinging. Oh, there's a scorpion and a Ravager. There's a Ravager right there. It's only 1 Ravager though. Usually they're in packs. It's not mate boosted, and it doesn't have like a +1 or anything next to it. So if it's by itself, it should be pretty easy to get. You have to deal with this scorpion first. Get some more chitin. Alright, I think it's only 1 Ravager, so it might actually be worth grabbing this. Let's just try to build this trap and see if it works. Sink that down a little bit. And really, I just go with just regular doors. Oh, like these. And this should be good enough. We can just get these. Okay. Now let's make sure that you're on passive. I might just throw... Let's throw a little trap in here. Actually, you know what? Let's just not. I'm not going to worry about that. So these are just knockout tames. They should be pretty easy. Oh, there's 2 of them. 3 of them. There's 1. I need all of them to come in here. Alright, well, let's get out of here before we get hit. We got 1 of them at least. Oh, okay, that's a 55. What is this one? This is 55. Okay, 2 55s. These things are pretty hard hitting. They're running away over there. If you do isolate some of them, they will run away. Some of them will run away. This has got a +1 on it though, so that's doing a lot more damage than it should. Another one. Wait. 15, okay. This guy might die, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, this guy's really hurting. At least we got 1 trapped. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this one right there for now. Hopefully those raptors don't run over here. There's one over there. Alright, let's try to knock this one out, and then if we get it knocked out, I'm gonna go and grab some mutton. Try to do it from range. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Okay, we can. Oh no. Alright, let's try to knock this one out. Okay, so we got one knocked out. It's 15. Let's see. I'll grab this stuff here. Okay, so we got another raptor. Another Ravager. I'm just gonna give this thing regular meat. I'm not gonna worry about, you know, perfect taming this thing. It's gonna be a low level anyways. Might just use it to get back and forth. So let's go knock this other one out real quick. And hopefully those other ones do not attack me while I'm doing this. Alright, it's down. So we lost our Parasaur, but we got 55 and a 15 Ravager. We'll just give it like regular meat too, and they shouldn't run out of torpor before they tame up. If we had like a higher level one, I think we probably would have to give it some berries, but we should be fine with this. And I mean, if we really needed to, we can get some mutton. We get some water. I thought there was two other ones, but I guess not, so I guess maybe we'll just see if they're down here. I think those last two that ran away, they probably came back. I think it's the ones we actually killed, because there was similar colors. But, oh well. So yeah, we'll find more later. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so this is a trap you'd probably make if you were trying to get some Ravagers. And ideally, you can get all of them in here, and then kill the ones that you don't want, and then knock out the ones that you do want. Yeah, it should be taming up relatively quickly. But I do need to get some saddles for these. So let's see what that requires. I don't think it's bad in resources. Yeah, just fiber hide and fungal wood. But it does require a smithy to craft. The question is, do I want to go down back to the base and make this? Or do I just want to like wait? Yeah, I'll start walking that way and see if we can get this made. These things should be fine here. Like maybe a yearling might attack them. But I don't see anything dangerous right now. Yeah, so I'll just grab this saddle and I'll head back to the base and be back whenever they're getting close to being tamed. Alright, we're back. And I did see one of them tame up. And I also found some raw meat here. Some prime meat that we got from a baby. So yeah, we'll just give it to this Ravager. It should speed this up. Also need to take down this whole trap as well. But let's grab this one first. Yeah, that went up a lot when I ate that prime. So this one should be tamed up pretty quickly. So let's get this trap. Oh, and I got this Parasaur just by running up the hill here. Since I already had the saddle, I figured I'd just tame this thing up instead of having to run all the way back to the base and coming back here. I started walking and I realized this is actually a pretty long trip to get back there on foot. It's like over 1,000 meters. So yeah, I figured that it wasn't a good idea, and these guys would be tamed up way before I got back. Alright, so we can reuse this later. And these two should be good. Let's see, come on, this way. We'll have some protection now from the raptors. Do some gems. Alright, this one should be done really quick. Yeah, I turned off screen shaking, but it still, like, moves me around. Screen shaking with the earthquakes is pretty bad. I have not found a whole lot of blue gems. Okay, so we have a Ravager. We don't have saddles. Unfortunately, I didn't get one yet. Yeah, this is just a level 1, so it's fine. But they do get weight reduction, so they have pretty good weight, base weight. And I'm probably gonna use this one just to carry stuff. but they will reduce weight for things like stone. So it's half for stone, metal. I think it's just, yeah, it's half for metal. And crystal? Half for crystal, yeah. So these are like just the basic things. I don't think this has the mineral trait, so I hope it doesn't have the mineral trait. But we'll check that later once we have the ability to check those. So now this one has a buff on it, and if we were riding it, it would show that it's the pack leader. So the pack leader gets a bonus, and it's just like raptors and wolves, like they'll just get a bonus, but these bonuses are better. These are pretty good to have. I don't believe these are immune to radiation, which is the unfortunate thing, but they are definitely the best things to have on the green zone. You're not going to be taking down some high-level basilisk with it, but you will at least take down a lot of other things, and they're pretty good damage-wise with a full pack. And for a full pack, I think you need a total of 4, maybe 5 to get a full pack. Yeah, I think it's +4, so you need 4 additional ones. Oh, look at that coelacanth. Thing can't even fit in the water. 3.5, okay. That is big. And you get the fish baskets now, so you actually can tame these things up. And like if you have like a pond somewhere, you can move them over to that pond. Or eventually you can feed them to the shadow mains and stuff. But we're not there yet. So I'm gonna actually head back to the base, and then we'll talk about the Ravagers more once we have some saddles made for them. Alright, made it back to the base. Just had to fight a few raptors, that's about it. So it wasn't too difficult to get back. And yeah, here are the Ravagers. So we got an 81 and a 23. Not the greatest levels. I think I did level up one of them a little bit. And the Parasaur we got is, you know, wasn't an equivalent replacement, but it's good enough for now. So that's all that matters, you know. We'll have something we can go out and get berries with at least. So we need to make the saddles. I made one saddle, and that is here. So we have Ravager saddles. Let's look at this real quick. It doesn't take much at all. Like fungal wood, hide, fibers are all really easy things to get. The fungal wood, if you don't know what that is these trees over here. So like anything that looks like a mushroom will give you fungal wood if you use an axe on it. So all these little things will give you it. You see they're everywhere. Like any mushroom will give you fungal wood. So you can easily get the stuff for that. Doesn't require metal or any of that stuff. So pretty easy to get. Let's go and show you what we can do with this. But first we're going to need a zipline anchor. So let's grab one of those. Zipline, I think we need 2 of them. Two anchors, and we put it on our crossbow. And you can now go ahead and you create ziplines. That's how you would create ziplines, and you need this for the Ravagers because the Ravagers can climb ziplines, surprisingly. So let's grab... Oh, I got the saddle already. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and grab our Ravager. And the zipline anchors are pretty easy to get. They're in Ingram, so you have to get to learn it. And you can get the motor attachment, and that will also let you swing across the zip lines or climb up the zip lines. But if you have a Ravager, they do the same thing. So this is what it takes to make those. So it's a little bit of metal, arrows, fungal wood, and fiber. And so with the Ravagers, we do get a bonus. So you see we have a +1 above our Ravager here. And that means that we get the bonus. They also do have a bleed, so they are able to do a bleed damage on things. I think it's like 5% of the health. It's kind of like a Thyla. And I'm going to go over here. Let's go over here, and I'm going to show you how the zip lines work. And this will be a good way to use this. We can go to this drop area. I think this drop has a ring on it. So these things are pretty quick, and they do jump. You can jump with them. And that's important because you're going to need to jump whenever you get to the zip lines. Let's go over here. Alright, so this is a cliff, and we need to get up to the top of the cliff. how you would do this is you would have this anchor, and we could try to shoot it up here. We have to go like a little bit higher, maybe like right here. Oh, we got it, nice. So it's anchored down now, and now the anchor to the ground. So you see this little green line. This is showing that there's a anchor attached up there, and we can anchor to the ground. If it turns red, that means we can't anchor it. So you have to be careful where you're anchoring this thing. And the angle, I don't think matters too much. Put it right there. So there we go. And it only uses one, so it uses one to go from top to bottom. Or you can go across, like cliffs too. You can just have them go across as well. But we have our Ravager, and what we could do... we have one following us too, and I'll show you this as well. When we come up to a zip line, these are really hard to see. You're going to get this little white reticle that pops up. And if you hit space, it jumps on it. And of course this guy's going to jump in front of us. So let's do this. You can also come from below it too and try to get up from that way. I think if it's too far away though, it won't do it. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not a bad range. And now we can climb up these zip lines. So this is what makes the Ravagers so good. Oh, does it have a ring on it? Nice. Let's see what we get from this. Like, oh, get some more zip lines. And we get some stuff. This is actually not bad. I don't think we need leech blood for anything. That used to be the only way that you can get out is by actually going through the drops. Then you can transfer maps from that way. So that's one thing you can do with the drops as well. But back to the Ravagers. So we do have a +1. We also have this guy's covered in quills, so he's getting chased by something. So we also have a damage bonus. Every Ravager in your group, I think, to get a reduction in how much damage they take. You also get an improvement in how much damage they deal out. So they does add up, and so you really want to have a full pack of these if you're running around and trying to kill stuff. Especially if you're going to the blue zone with these guys, you probably want to have a full pack. And probably some bread ones, to be fair. And the other bonuses to these guys, besides being able to climb up and down these zip lines, is that they have the weight reduction like I mentioned before. So if you're trying to get a bunch of resources somewhere, you can throw it on your Ravagers and it reduces the weight, specifically stone and minerals and stuff like that. And then of course their saddles are pretty cheap to get. So this is really the all-around utility creature that you would typically go for. This is kind of like the RG of this map, since you can't really bring RGs in this map, since they're blocked from coming to this map. So let's go ahead and hit spacebar, and then we'll also jump down. I don't think these things take fall damage either, so let's try that real quick. Well, they take a little bit of fall damage, not much. So, a tiny bit. It's kind of like a Thyla in that sense, that they'll take a little bit of fall damage as well. They can't climb things on their own, so you need to have zip lines specifically. There are other vines that work like zip lines that are all over the place here. So if you are out and about and you don't have any zip lines on you, you can look for those vines. They're just kind of statically created along the map. So, yeah, this is also a good meat gatherer. I wouldn't really fight anything big with this, especially this level. This is a very low level one. We need to go out and get some better ones. That's what I'm going to be doing, actually, is getting some better versions of these, because these are the things we need to get next. But yeah, I wouldn't probably fight a Stego with this. They're also very weak to the Krakenos. The Krakenos, the big crabs, they can pick up these guys. Also, the aberrant Megalosaurs can pick up these guys as well. So you have to be careful with that. So if you run into a Megalosaur, you don't want to fight a Megalosaur, because they'll pick up this guy and hold him in their mouth in the air and start chomping down on them and doing a lot of damage to them. So you're going to be stuck without a mount, and you get to actually kill that thing, hopefully, before it kills your dino. And the Krakenos will pick up these guys as well and just smash them on the ground. So be careful with that. Let's see who else can pick these things up. I think that's about it. So they're not really very efficient fighters, although the bleed damage on these is really good. You're just going to need some really beefy ones to fight with that are specifically bred to fighting with. So definitely keep these because they might have good traits on them. So we do have access to traits now, and I don't know what they are. I haven't made that item to see them yet. But you always want to keep the lower level ones that you get until you get the traits off of them. Then you can probably get rid of them. But so I wouldn't get rid of them right away. That's what I'm saying, unless you actually know what the traits they have on them. And there are now different tiers of traits. So there's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 traits. Tier 3 traits are pretty good. Like they give you a lot of bonuses. So keep that in mind when you're taming things. So yeah, we'll have to go and find some other ones. I feel better about moving around the map now than I did on a Parasaur, just because if we have a couple of these things, we can do some damage to raptors. We could probably fight a raptor pack. That should be fine. But I wouldn't fight anything bigger than raptors. Maybe nah, probably not a Carno either. I wouldn't fight a Carno with this level 1. If we had higher level ones and they were bred, I would be more ready to take on other things. But that's, yeah, so that's the Ravagers. And this is kind of the next step in our evolution of gathering, and also the next step in the evolution of killing things. So we can now get some meats. We could do meat runs. Before we were having problems with that. So this is going to help us with our production of narcotics, which is what we're going to need to take on other dinosaurs. So we can actually get meats. I'm probably going to go ahead and farm up trilobites, because trilobites do have black pearls, they have oil, they also have silica pearls, so we can make electronics, and they also have chitin, so we can make the cementing paste. So the trilobites all over the river are going to be really the things I'm going to be focused on right now. We can get meat from them as well, so they have a lot of benefits to those trilobites that we're going to be farming up. Okay, so that is the Ravagers. They are very handy, especially for this map. We need to get more of them. We probably need to start breeding them as well. They are mammals, so you don't have to worry about laying eggs and the temperature and stuff like that. So they're really good for getting babies early on. But yeah, we don't have a breeding pair right now. We just have 2 females, it looks like. So yeah, we need to keep an eye out for a male, and then we can start breeding them right away for different purposes. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this episode. We did wind up getting quite a few tames, probably more than we need. We got some Ravagers, and we got some bulb dogs, well, 2 of them now. And I believe these are also a breeding pair, so we can breed these 2. They breed like mammals, so you don't have to deal with eggs. We got a Parasaur to replace our other Parasaur. The other one was better, but this one, you know, it does the job at least. And we got the raptor in the previous episode. And yeah, we did find 2 baby Paracitheriums, and they are now fully grown. But yeah, if we look at their stats, they don't really have a ton of health or anything. They were pretty low level when we got them at like level 20. So there's a couple of things you could do with these. They are the only creature with a platform saddle on this map. And you used to be able to just have these guys with a catapult in the back. And the catapult you would use to tame the Carcanos, but we'll see. Got the Stego, which we got earlier. And everything is low level right now, which is okay. That's what you start off with. It's a little bit easier to get these things. But yeah, we'll upgrade these dinos when we can. I think the biggest thing is just getting the Ravagers early on, and finding better Ravagers will be a higher priority, because they're really going to help with gathering the metal that we're going to need to get into the next tech tier. So as far as progression wise, I think the next things will be make the base, so we have to have some place to live, and then get the Ravagers, and then probably just get something that can gather resources better. Like we probably need the Dicarus, maybe a Roll Rat if we can, or like a Moss Chops maybe could help. And yeah, I prefer to get at least into the Fabricator tech before we actually venture into the Blue Zone. So we're still a little bit from that point, but we'll get there very soon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.